You're watching Granada. At 7:30, it's time for cloth cap and hot pot soap Coronation Street. And Mavis suspects Derek is a member of the IRA. But first, Dr. Macclevoid has his ladle, and he's serving movies. Tonight, busting makes me feel good, another sexual innuendo you missed when you were 8 years old, as a 1984 movie everybody loves is smashed together with a 2021 tribute that has no life of its own to create something less than the sum of its parts. Who you gonna call? I don't know, somebody can write a Ghostbusters movie that isn't built on nostalgia? What hope? Welcome to a spooky Macclevoid at the movies.
Elaine, now you had another date in mind.
According to my source, the end of the world will be on February 14th in the year 2016.
Valentine's Day. Bummer. Where'd you get your date, Elaine?
I received this information from an alien. As I told my husband, it was in the Paramus Holiday Inn. I was having a drink at the bar, alone, and this alien approached me. He started talking to me. He bought me a drink, and then I think he must have used some kind of a ray or a mind control device because he forced me to follow him to his room. And that's where he told me about the end of the world.
So your alien had a room at the Holiday Inn, Paramus.
Legacy sequel. You can't marry 'em, can't kill 'em, can't stop 'em being made. Bloody Star Wars gave us decades of prequels that we didn't want, and then The Force Awakens came along and gave us the Legacy sequel. That's a disguised remake featuring decrepitified characters from the original flicks to create an illusion of unity and continuity. To be fair to Sony, their initial instinct was to remake Ghostbusters without the narratological sleight of hand, but they botched it. They took something grounded and irreverent, and they remade it as a sort of camp, witless, gaudy spectacle shot through with bubblegum colours. This was like remaking Duck Soup with the Carry On team, and if you're American and you don't understand that comparison, then fuck you! Educate yourselves, you culturally illiterate bags of bovine cum. When the 2016 disaster flopped, embarrassing audiences and those critics who'd overpraised it to the hilt to signal their socially progressive credentials alike, Sony commissioned Afterbirth, which was a legacy sequel both in front of and behind the camera. One understood Jason Reitman, son of original director Ivan Reitman, wanting to make it a family affair, a movie about uncovering a lost father's legacy. It's just a pity that he was the only one who understood this to be what Ghostbusters is actually about. I don't know about you, because I've never met you, but I associate Ghostbusters with sardonic wit, oddballs brushing up against officialdom and the average Joe. That's where the original mined its mirth. It wasn't about a bland brood working through their family issues, catching ghosts on the side. I mean, it was about as far from Spielbergian schmaltz and familiar restoration drama as you can get. Still, with the appearance of the CG Gone Spengler, Afterbirth at least provided us with the perfect visual metaphor for itself. A lifeless recreation of something long dead that has no voice of its own. This review continues after the break.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Pick up your phone and call the professionals. Go Ghostbusters! Our courteous and efficient staff is on call 24 hours a day to serve all your supernatural elimination needs.
We're ready to believe you!
During the hours of darkness, the Empire could be refueling for the attack. Will the armored Sentinel transport vehicle be ready to retaliate? Will the rebel force be strong enough? Only you can decide with Star Wars toys.
Got what it takes, my wife. Got friends round. Got roast pork for lunch. Plenty of taste, British pork. Real value for money. Fred's got plenty. Arthur's got plenty. We've all got plenty. Plenty to go round. My wife's got what it takes.
British pork. What's it got? It's got the lot.
Got pork for lunch on Sunday?
What's the secret of a great cup of tea? Fine quality tea leaves, freshly brewed for that delicious flavour.
And that's how RoboServe make it. Fine quality tea leaves on every cup, freshly brewed. And there's filter coffee, tasty soups and cold drinks too. Enough to keep everyone happy. And we've machines for smaller companies too. Good. Show people what good taste you've got. Choose RoboServe.
To find out more, ask the operator for free phone RoboServe vending.
Even the best-known names can surprise you. Have you seen Pontins lately? Phone TeleExpress now for your free brochure.
What is it, honey?
It's that darn ghost again. He just won't leave us alone. I guess we're just going to have to move.
No, wait. Don't worry. We're not moving. He is.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters. Yes, that's right. Ghostbusters. We're back with twice the know-how and twice the particle power to deal with all your supernatural elimination needs.
Look out, Winston. He's a mean one.
Nothing we can't handle, Egon. So come, celebrate our grand reopening with our special half-price service plan.
What? Hold on. Half price? Have we all gone mad? I guess so, Pete, because that's not all. Tell them, Egon.
Oh, you mean the Ghostbusters hot beverage thermal mug and free balloons for the kids?
You bet. So make your supernatural problem our supernatural problem.
Call now, because we're still ready to relieve you!
Oh, no. No, I was going to, but I just couldn't be fucked in. I mean, why would anybody really want to go out and spend money watching Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to, do it based on what I imagine it's like. Don't have to see the fucking thing, do I? I mean, come on. They don't expect me to go and see it anyway. Half of them think I don't see any of the movies. They tell me this all the time. So what? So I'm not allowed once? I'm not allowed to do it? Well, fuck. You go and see it then. Wait. Oh, yeah, alright. Fine. Thank you. I've got... right, so... Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. Yeah. It's an incremental improvement on its predecessor. It's a movie with the dial turned 2 notches toward the 1984 movie. It remembers the original Ghostbusters, and the city of New York is a character in these movies. It remembers William Atherton is still alive, even though his performance suggests he isn't so sure. It remembers halfway through that Paul Rudd is the sort of quintessence of redundancy, the personification of pointless. In fact, his only arc in the movie is to be called Dad by Phoebe Spengler. Crowded out by a surplus of characters and subplots, Rudd vanishes for 30 minutes, and it's only when he returns that we realise we didn't miss him. In fact, we hadn't even noticed he was gone. We were too busy having fun with, Ray Stantz. If Frozen Empire had undergone one more draft, the fat, that is to say the characters from Afterbirth that made no impact, might have been excised, and the original cast bumped up to full participation. Then you'd have a movie. Still a derivative movie, but one driven by personality, like the original film, instead of riffs on old ideas, like the Jason Reitman couplet. Ghostbusters on the Rocks has some of the old film's DNA. It works best when it apes the grounded tone and smartassery of the original, although the writing isn't nearly as sharp as the 1984 film. Perhaps, following Afterbirth, we should be grateful it has any jokes at all, and following the 2016 remake, we should be very grateful that it's free of camp and hyperactivity. There's good embryonic ideas here, attempts to answer logical questions like, what does the Ghostbusters business look like after 40 years? How's it developed? What would the original Ghostbusters be doing in that business? The problem, and you know it already, is that the movie has no ability to answer these questions without defaulting to plot and character substitutions from the original film. But this is still a franchise that's reliant on 40-year-old material. It's still taking stuff, incidental stuff from long ago, and making the mistake of imbuing it with meaning. So the firehouse that Ray chose because he really liked that pole now is the focal point for all supernatural activity in the entire world. So you have a thing that just refers to itself. You have a movie that makes the classic mistake of substituting what the characters know for what we, the audience, know. And that, in a nutshell, ladies and genitals, is why legacy sequels, all legacy sequels, are a really bad idea. And yes, Star Trek, I'm talking to you. Don't even think about it. It's a cycle that, like the proverbial ghost, doesn't know it's dead. But it fucking well is.
You are breaking my heart.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is rated 12A for recycled jokes, a barely cognizant Lorenzo music, and lashings of inanimate Paul Rudd. Thank you for watching this videogram presentation.